PSG bans Lucian every single game. When they're not on the red side, they only have 2 bans to open up with, considering they can't flex pick the Lucian. RNG get to ban the Wukong, and then they potentially get to spend a ban on a mid lane ban like Ahri, or they can even ban away Gwen. But Bin has a lot of answers into Gwen. Xiaohu's Twisted Fate is going to be taken away. I don't think it's that necessary of a ban, considering you can look for picks like the Diana Yasuo combo into it, or look to match its global pressure with the Galio. Ahri being banned away, so we'll see if this is a followed ban on LeBlanc from Bay. Also, Unified and Kaiwing have been pretty good on the Tristana Rel combo, and this Jax is a giant red flag, red alarm to ban the Gwen. If not, it's probably going to be a Gwen angle, potential Gwen flags. Bin does have the Gangplank into it though, so instead they're going to ban the Graves. So in the jungle we have Viego, Lee Sin, and Nocturne. Viego early pick makes sense. RNG can look to pick away the Vex, but then you still have the Tristana that is really good next to the Viego. So we'll see what's up. But RNG have been having some pretty comfortable drafts, all things considered, and they're gonna handshake that matchup. They're gonna go for the earlier clear that Lee Sin offers. And Gwen's going to be locked in. So we'll see what PSG want to go for into the Gwen. I imagine the Gangplank is still going to be Hanabi's answer, but picks like the Vladimir and the Tryndamere are also on the table. Gangplank, Vex Gangplank would be great. RNG can pick a lane bully in the Zoe or the Syndra though, and Viego won't be able to contest. So Xiaohu probably coming in with a very lane dominant role. They could even look for the LeBlanc. No, I don't think it's going to be Darius. I think it's going to be Gangplank. Yeah. This should be a LeBlanc snap pick. At the very least, we're picking mid here, but because it's already generally a bad draft for the Kaisa. It's always a good pick here as well, as I previously mentioned. Galio's kind of interesting. Sure, I guess you answer global pressure that the Gangplank has. Definitely an interesting choice though. But Jaga had a pretty standout performance against Evil Geniuses on the pick. So PSG, well, you can't go anything like the Camille to pair up with it, but generally Gwen is sitting pretty nice next to the Galio. Tristana banned away from PSG, as I mentioned earlier. Unified and Kaiwing have had standout performances with that pick. Callisto banned away. It's very interesting that they choose to ban Callisto there, considering they already have the Vex. Vex is really well positioned into that pick. Both teams need a bot lane, so you ban the Tristana and you ban the Ezreal, you can go Zaya. And Zaya will come online before the Kaisa. Senna ban is also very important. So Ezreal, Kaisa, and Zaya are what we're looking at. Leona ban. kind of interesting. I think it's just going to be the Zaya, right? Even though you do have the Ezreal, potentially an Ezreal Karma coming into lane bully. There's not a lot of value on the Rakan or the Braum that you sometimes see alongside the Ezreal. There's not a lot of picks you can use to scale over top of the Zaya. We're just going for a Phalios. Phalios in 2022. I guess not a horrible pick. Not one I had on my radar, that's for sure. Also going for a Nautilus pick, maybe. Suppose we'll see. Early support picks are pretty interesting. Renata Phalios is kind of awful. And generally Renata looks to scale over top of Enchanter, so I don't like the Karma pick, but it's a lot better than going something like the Nautilus. So Karma is the lock-in. A lot of early game skirmishing. They're going to look to contest the early Drakes, especially the first one, considering the Lee Sin and Viega matchup. RNG's comp is kind of lackluster, but it's a lot of picks that all players can shine on. So to expect that PSG will come up with a victory here is, I think, a tall order for sure.